I've got a daughter. Me and my wife has a daughter. She is 2.5 years old now. When she was when she was a half year old, she got meningitis, and after which resulted in half of her brain were damaged. Well, the doctors and the therapists in Denmark, they said we'll just have to wait and see what will happen with the child. And we found, my wife and I, that that was not good enough. We really wanted a plan. We wanted someone to help us and look at Rita where she exactly is and what her problems are, and not only in a physical sense but also in her intellectual development, and what in all ways find out what can be done to stimulate her in the best ways and make her develop, and not just sit back and relax and find out when time comes what the result will be. So we looked on the internet and asked other parents in Denmark what they have been doing if they were not satisfied with what the doctors were saying and what the therapists were saying. And we found the Family Hope Center, and we read a lot about it, and I was very happy with the idea that they were not only looking at the physical areas, but they were looking at very different areas, and that they had a very thorough way of looking at a child and finding out what could be done to help her. So we went to Dublin, and we were introduced there to the program, and we were a little skeptical before going there. Not skeptical, but we were saying, okay, let's see what it is, but let's not jump into the whole thing without being skeptical about it. But quite quickly we found out that this, because it's not one theory, it drags on very different kinds of theories and very different kinds of methods, and we found also they looked upon Rita, our daughter, and made some very interesting judgments on where she is, and what could be done, and it sounded very logical to us. So now we've been doing the full program for a little over half a year, and her development has really gone very, very fantastically during the last half year. Before we found the Family Hope Center, and we were actually we had half of our frustration was about what happened with her child. We were really depressed, of course, because we had a normal child and suddenly she was brain damaged. But the other half was that nobody came and said, okay, what we should do is this and this. Nobody came and said, this is the best for your child, or this is not so good for your child. No one had a plan. We had to make our own plan. And when we were at hospital, for example, I put up lights and music around her bed because I wanted to stimulate her. And I could see that the people there at the hospital, they thought we were a little crazy, because I mean, the only thing she needed, they said, was like medicine and good care. But we thought that we could see at her that she was really enjoying other stimulations, and that's why we were so happy with this program, because with this program she stimulated all the way that a normal child, a typical child, would be stimulated, and that is very important, of course, for a child with a brain damage, even more so. After we started the program, I've gained so much more strength again. course, during the 1 year after a child was ill, I was totally depressed, and so was my wife. We had no idea how to put ourselves together again. So and during the last half year, my family and my friends, they say that I'm getting back to normal again, which is fantastic. My recommendation would be for other parents in the same situation as we were in, of course, to seek different kind of information and read yourself about what's the brain, how can you develop, help a brain that is damaged to develop, and see if Family Hope program fits in this for you, or and yeah, check it out, read about it. Yeah, the training conference for the parents were really a very good introduction for going into this, because I think there was very good time for learning about the theories behind it, and also getting into what kind of different exercises and methods that the Family Hope uses, and they also have time, if it's possible for you, to bring a child so they can look at your child and see how he or she is doing, and make a short plan to what would be done from where he or she is at this point.